Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Norman Yu. I'm the site leader here at ORD4, which is located in Moni, Illinois, which is a small town about 35 miles south of Chicago. ORD4 is a make-on-demand building. MOD is a fast-growing business for Amazon. There are 6 MOD sites in North America, and we have 2 more launching just this year in 2021. Now, obviously, we've been printing books for centuries. What's unique and different about MOD is we are truly make on demand. So the moment that a customer clicks purchase on Amazon.com, that book order is going to drop into our printers and begin the process. Let's go ahead and take a look at our printing process now. With any manufacturing process, we start with raw materials. And here, it's no different. So in terms of a book, we have paper. We also have plenty of ink and toner that we use to manufacture a book. Now, the start of our process begins with printing. We have 2 primary methods of printing a book within MOD. The first is what we call an inkjet. And this inkjet is pretty much what you would consider to be a modern printing press. So take a look. So here you see we have ink that's been applied to our web of paper. It's going to continue on to the next print tower. And we're going to print on the other side. So this is a rather complex piece of equipment. We have 5 inkjets on our site, and it really is the workhorse of making a book. So here we have the process continuing on where the pages are actually getting folded together. How comes stacks of books? Now, this is not one book. There's actually several books in there that get stacked together. And whenever the destacker scans the barcode, it's going to know what to destack. So as the books come down the finalized line, we have an operator that scans the book, puts them into a tote, and they're going to continue on down the process. Now, the second type of printing that we do is what we call cut sheet. We have these large printers that pretty much print books. I like to call it Kinko's on steroids. So essentially, these are the type of printers you would see at Kinko's or FedEx. So you see here that we have different types of paper. We have off-white paper and white paper. And the book box comes out, notice, prints 2 pages for 1 sheet of paper. This was a change that the MOD network did a few years back, and we realized that we could save quite a bit of money and also help with the green initiative and sustainability by printing 2 pages on 1 sheet of paper. So we have a large fleet of printers. You'll notice that we have quite a bit. This is just one side of our building. And these printers require a lot of maintenance. So we have folks like Devo here that do our L2 maintenance to maintain these printers in partnership with our vendors, Canon, to make sure that these printers are producing quality products, quality books for our customers. So once those book blocks come out of the cut sheet printers, the printer operator is going to stack them in FIFO order on this cart. And the next step of the process is going to be what we call Titan cutting. Now, Titan is a machine that is essentially going to cut this book in half, and then we're going to fold it and send it on to the next process. Let's go ahead and take a look at what that looks like. So we have Miss Brenda here who's on a Titan, and she's cutting the books. She's going to scan the barcode and then place them into the tote. So now the totes have made their way over to what we call lamination. We have printers over here that are just like our color printers. These are actually going to print off the covers themselves. Let's go take a look at that. So after the covers print, they're going to come out looking like this. Now, I mentioned earlier when we were at the Titan that we have blue and black. This is going to correspond with the type of lamination film that is going to be applied to the cover. Blue is going to be a matte finish, and then black is going to be glossy. This machine right here is our laminator. So the covers are placed in the magazine, and then the lamination film is actually going to be heated onto the cover itself. quality is at the forefront of everything. We have test covers that we use to make sure that the lamination doesn't have any defects before we put a live cover in. So once the covers are laminated, the next step is to actually take the cover and put it in with the tote with your book. So the operator here is making sure that there's no defects on the cover. And then once there's a full stack there ready to go, they're going to grab the covers and they're going to go sort them into the tote. And now we're going to go find the tote and put the covers in there. I'm looking for tote 1850. There it is. We're going to place the covers in with the books, and then we're going to send the tote down the line to continue on with the process. And here we are at Vario Binding. This is where the magic actually happens. So Cheryl here is loading the covers into the Vario cover magazine. And this is the process step where the book and the cover are going to come together, and we're going to actually see the book start to form. Now we're taking the book box that we made at inkjet or type. We're going to scan the barcode. The green light comes on, the book box goes in the Vario. And it's going to swing around. And that sound that you heard is filling and gluing being applied to the book. So we'll cover it here. So after the book leaves the Vario, it's going to come down the line, and then now is where we're first starting to see the book form. You'll notice that the book block that we had earlier, this actually is an inkjet book, is glued to our cover. So now, the next step in our process is for the book block to continue on, and they're going to enter these machines over here, which are trimmers. So they're going to cut the book down to size. All right, so here we are at the trimmers. So the books are entering from the Varios to the trimmers. You know, quite a lot going on here. It's almost like something out of a Transformers movie. And this machine's only job is to cut paper. It can do up to 2,000 books an hour. And then, as you see here, the books are coming down the line, and they're cut down to size. So here we have a finished book. And you'll notice that every book is unique coming down the line. We have novels, we have coloring books, we have textbooks, so it truly is make on demand. So once the books are trimmed, they come down to finalize. So here is our last step of our process, the final inspection. So the associate is going to spend about 9 to 12 seconds per book doing a 6-sided check to make sure that it's a defect-free book. Once it's good, we're going to scan it, place it to a yellow tote, and then we're going to send the tote over to the dock. Everything we make has an order placed to it, so we don't hold any inventory in our building. So everything that's finalized is going to be sent over to NDW7, which is our sister site, and they're going to stow the books to be sent out later for the customers. I hope you guys enjoyed this virtual tour of ORD4. I really enjoyed showing you all the great stuff that's happening in this building, and I look forward to learning more about your sites.